When a regime crumbles, it is not just its overlords who are in trouble. They leave behind them a paper trail, and in that trail lie sometimes uncomfortable truths about who they did business with. In the case of Libya, that means us, or at least our intelligence services, and the intense chumminess of some of the exchanges makes for uncomfortable reading. The allegation is that we helped render men like Abdul Hakim Belhaj, who was allegedly arrested in Bangkok and sent to Libya by the CIA with our help. He now turns out to be the new rebel military commander for Tripoli, so if true, it would not only be morally questionable, but incredibly stupid too. It was also alleged a man called Abu Muntir was sent to Libya after being detained in Hong Kong. His fate remains unknown. We were certainly close to Musa Kusa, Gadaffi's former intelligence chief, who defected last March on a flight organised by MI6. David Cameron could have chosen to lay into Labour about all this today, but he knows that on this subject it is a brave politician who casts the first stone.
The accusation is that after Libya came in from the cold and gave up the weapons of mass destruction, the relationship almost at times became too close. There was a degree of credulity. I think that is the accusation. But I do think
Mr. Cameron was the first world leader to advocate getting involved in Libya, and he said today he thought it had been a good decision.
What is emerging now, despite years of repression and the trauma of recent months, I believe is impressive and encouraging. But I've never accepted the argument that because you can't do everything, you shouldn't do anything. Mr. Speaker, removing Gadaffi from power was a major achievement.
His MPs hope that won't turn out to be a hostage to fortune, but if the future is uncertain, the past is indisputably uncomfortable. Human rights activists sifting through the office once occupied by Musa Kusa in Tripoli say we definitely went too far.
They knew they were sending people back to Libya to be tortured. And of course we understand that the British government and the American government wanted to break down these Islamist networks, but it didn't really require them to get into bed with people like Musa Kusa.
This isn't the first story about us being too close to a vicious regime, and it probably won't be the last. But it makes our assertion that we never condone torture harder than ever to justify. Tom Bradby, ITV News at Westminster.